What is going on, everybody? It is wonderful to have you here. Thanks for coming. I hope you guys are going to enjoy the video because I know I sure am. So today what I got going on is I am going to be installing the lift on this truck. I have all the components I need sitting in the bed. This was a used lift, hence the reason I got it for so cheap. And there are a couple pieces that I don't have that I will have to get in the future, such as like a sway bar drop bracket. My sway bar is going to be just hanging there until I can get those, but those are only like $40 or $50. So basically, where's my sway bar? Right up here, right there. There's a bracket that drops it down to about here, so that when you lift your whole truck, the whole sway bar isn't just like tilted like this, because then it's not going to function properly, and it won't even actually mount into the factory location. So I got to do that, and then also I'm gonna have to get extended brake lines, which I don't have yet. I'm pretty sure you can use the stock brake lines. They just aren't. They're just gonna be hanging there. Like, you can't use this factory clips. So if that's the case, I'm not gonna be able to really drive it around until I get those. But those aren't too super expensive either. From rough country, I think it'd probably be about $120 for all four. Which is actually quite a bit. So I'm probably gonna try to contact some kind of custom shop and see if they make some kind of brake line shop or something like that. See if I can get some made, because I've heard it's a lot cheaper if you just get them made custom. So basically this lift, it's 6-inch lift springs in the rear and a block, or in the front, and a block for the rear. So I'm hoping, right now this thing sits a little bit higher in the rear than it does in the front, and I want it to sit level. So I'm hoping, yeah, it looks like those blocks are accommodated for that. So it should sit level after the lift, and if not, I can always get like a 1-inch block or something to throw under the front springs to lift it up even just a little bit higher. I already have the jack up on the front. Oh, this weather is really sucky today. It's been on and off. It was raining, so I came out here, opened the door, started working on that thing because I needed to finish it, and I got it all finished. But as soon as I started working on it, it stopped raining. Worked on it for half an hour, came back out here, and as soon as I put the jack under the truck, it started raining on me again. So, of course, it's going to be like this all day. But, yeah, so hopefully this goes pretty good. Well, this is kind of a fail. It's already raining really hard on me. Or not really hard, but it's raining more than I want to be sitting out here. And I'll probably, right now, I think I'm just going to take the tires off and put it on jacks and just leave it here, and then as soon as it stops raining, I'll start coming out here to work on it again. The issue, though, I don't have a 2-post. I really wish we had a 2-post, but we don't. So I'm going to have to do this while the truck is on jack stands, and obviously you can't put the jack stands under the axles because you got to pull the whole axle out. I got to put the jack stands under the frame, which means it's going to be sitting really low to the ground, and it's going to be very difficult to get under because that frame is pretty tucked up in there, and those jack stands that we have are not super tall. So, oh yeah, I'll figure it out, but it's going to suck. I may not even be able to do this today because of this rain. I really don't want to be laying on my back, because I'm going to have to be laying on my back under the truck forever on this wet pavement. And my phone is already soaked from the rain, so this is pretty ridiculous. What the heck? Come on now. Alrighty, what's going on, guys? So it is the next day now. If you can't tell, the weather's a little nicer today. It was actually raining all morning, and I was out here working on it even in the rain, and it finally just started clearing up within the last hour or so and started getting sunny, nice and warm outside, so I'm real happy about it. So I've made quite a bit of progress, or not quite a bit, but I've made some progress. So I pulled the 4 bolts on the sway bar off, pulled both the shocks off on either side, and then the thing that took me the longest so far is pulling the steering arm off. These right here, there's 3 of these, and they hold them, and these little cone washers slide inside those, and they will jam themselves in there so tight, and it took me so long to get them out. And then I had to beat this thing off of it. So I'm basically to the point now that I need to jack the truck up and hold it up by the frame so that I can drop the axle down. I need to figure out a way to support the axle at the same time, though, because I don't want to take my brakes apart and lose all my fluid and everything. I don't really want to pull my calipers off either. If I have to, I will, but I'd rather not. much defeated as of now. I got the, well, that's not moving because it's on the jack stand. I got all the U-bolts off this side. That whole time lapse that you guys just saw was me getting those 4 bolts off, and my phone actually died before I even finished it. It took me an hour and a half at least to get those 4 bolts off. They were on there, and just I could not get the nuts to turn, and the air gun wasn't doing nothing, and I had to do everything just with an open-end wrench, and there were so many threads that I had to get off. And then, so as soon as I finished out, I was like, all right, now I gotta start taking the leaf spring off. I got this thing off. This is just a nut right here. That came off fine, but I can't get this thing to go back through and come out. The head of the bolt's right there. I was using this thing, the sledgehammer, well, the back of the sledgehammer, swinging as hard as I could, and I could not get that bolt to budge at all. Ooh, look at that. Yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I'm probably going to have to chop it and drill through it and then just replace it. But yeah, this is Sunday and I got to head back to school tonight, and I'm losing daylight. So I'm done. Put my tools away. Now I'm going to come back next weekend because this thing sucks to work on. I thought it would be fun. No, it is not fun. Everything takes about 10 times as long as it should because everything is rusted together. Alrighty guys, we're picking up right where we left off. I am sitting in my truck because it is ridiculously windy outside, and like you guys would not be able to hear me if I was filming outside because the wind noise is just ridiculous. Trees are going crazy. I mean, like, this whole truck is shaking. It's died down in the last little bit, but it was like really bad earlier. So I'll get out and then just start filming. I don't know how good you guys are going to be able to hear me, so if the wind noise is bad, I'll turn it down in the edit, which means you won't be able to hear me either, though. But, yeah, so I'll go show you guys how far I've got. Alrighty, guys, so I'm currently at a point where I have the leaf spring off on this side, and I have the U-bolts taken off on this side. I haven't gotten the ends of the leaf spring off on this side, but what I had to do with the other one, here, I'll just show you over here. I had to burn out the bushing and then use a saw to cut through the bolt on either side. And so I don't know, I probably won't be able to sell these anymore because then people are gonna have to buy new bushings and nobody wants to do that. So yeah, on this side, back in there where the leaf spring was, I still gotta knock those out, those little ends, and those that might actually prove to be kind of hard. And then I gotta buy more bolts. But yeah, I am not very far away from getting the front done. The sway bar just fell down because it's not held on by anything anymore. I just gotta get the two. Oh, those are gonna have to get extended. So yeah, I gotta get the 2 bolts on the other side. I'll probably have to cut them off just like I did on this side, which sucks because it takes forever to do. But I got some good news. You know how I was saying the brake lines were $120 for the set? Well, I have a family member that works for a hydraulics company, and they're gonna hook me up and help me get some custom ones made for a lot cheaper. So I just got to take off this little piece right here on both sides, and then there's one in the back that I got to do, and they're gonna get me some custom stainless steel braided lines, whatever size I need. So that'll be sweet. Alrighty, people, I am gonna be calling it a night here. I got the other leaf spring out. We're both sitting right here. There's a sway bar. Let's see what's next. I gotta get these brake lines off. I already tried, and I can't. I don't know. This upper part up here, the bottom part came off fine. That upper part, I can't get it off. I don't know. So I'm gonna look it up. Just make sure that I'm even doing it right. And then, yeah, so I gotta do that, and then I gotta take that little section right there off too, and take those into town with me.
Alrighty guys, well I honestly don't even know where this video is at right now. It's been weeks since I have started working on this truck, doing the lift I mean. So as you may or may not know, I'm not sure what you guys have seen or whatnot, I have everything taken off the front. The axle is just being held by boxes right now. So I had to cut all these things off. This is the only one right here that the bolt actually came through. And I was looking on the new springs that I got, and one of the sleeves, the metal sleeve right there, one of those was missing. And so I was looking forever. I went to multiple different stores and could not find any tubing in the right size. And the issue is that there's a smaller one and a bigger one, and the one that I didn't have to cut was the bigger one. So I ended up just buying a new bushing kit for leaf springs, and it's got all the sleeves and everything in there. So I got that to do. So yeah, I should be able to start working on it again. The only thing I don't have to finish this thing completely is extended brake lines, and I'm gonna be getting those next week hopefully. So yep.
Okay guys, I've been taking forever to get this video rolling. I'm standing next to the truck, but it hasn't really made any progress. I mean, actually it has. I'm not gonna lie, it has made some progress because it's sitting on its own wheels right now. I don't rub or anything, and these are 37 by 13 and a half. I've told you the specs of these tires multiple times, but it's been multiple weeks. But you can see I have the new leaf springs in there with the drop steering arm. I have both sides done. I also have the drop kit for the sway bar or torsion bar or whatever that's called. So this truck rolls, but it has no brakes. You can see right there, the brake line is completely disconnected. And that's basically what I've been waiting on, is those brake lines. The rear end isn't done, and the rear end is squatting because it's 4 inches shorter than the front. So it looks kind of ridiculous. But yeah, I'm kind of just updating you guys on this, and then this is going to be the end of this video, and then I'm going to make another video for when I do the rear end, because yeah, this video has been going on way longer than it needs to, and it's been a total of about a month and a half since I started working on this thing. But it's been rolling for about 4 weeks now, or maybe 3. I don't know how long it has been. But yeah, so all I need to do left is pull the rear tires off and take the axle off the leaf springs and put the 6-inch blocks in there. And after I pull it, because there's 2-inch blocks in it right now from the factory, and so I need to pull those out and put the 6-inch blocks in. And then, oh yeah, I don't know if the flames were on here last time you guys saw this. I got bored one night. That's actually, I did that the night that I finished doing all the front end, so I don't think you guys have seen the flames, because all my family went to bed at like 9:30 one night, and I was still wide awake and I was bored. So I grabbed some lights, played some music, and worked on this thing until about 2 in the morning, and finished the front end except for the brake lines. Also, I don't have any shocks, so there's no shocks on this thing. You can see there's the shock's supposed to go right there. I don't have any shocks for a 6-inch lifted truck, so I still need to get those. Also, this thing is open headers on a big block. It's ridiculously loud. Like, it's just stupid loud. I can't deal with it. I need to make an exhaust for it. But the reason I did that is because there was a cross pipe on the exhaust, and I dropped the transfer case and transmission down about 1 inch because of the lift, and I wanted there to be not such harsh angles on the drive shafts and the U-joints and stuff. So yeah, that's why I did that. But because of that, the drive shaft was rubbing on that H-pipe, so I cut it out. Then it sounded like a tractor because there was a huge hole in the side of the exhaust. So I said, why don't I just unbolt everything? And then I went to unbolt it, and all the bolts snapped off and sheared because they are rusty exhaust bolts. So the exhaust is sitting back here. These are like 2-foot glass packs right here. I'm gonna shorten those up and then just make it dump. It used to dump over the axle, but I'm just gonna shorten those up and walled it up to where I can mount it right there, so it'll dump like back here. So it's still gonna be way louder, but it's not gonna be near as loud as it is right now. And then after that, I'll just need to get shocks and finish the rear end. I know I'm babbling now, but this is just gonna be the end of this video. I'll cut out whatever I don't need. Still need a grill. Yeah, I lost a lot of interest in this project because I now have that project over there that is a Duramax swapped crew cab square body. So yeah, you guys will probably see a video of that here in a little bit. But yeah, so pretty much thanks for watching, guys. That's all I gotta say in this video. Thanks for sticking along. I'm sorry this video has been jumping along like just everywhere, but I've been like really busy trying to figure out what I'm doing for work this summer. So yeah, here's where I stand, and see you guys next time.